The idea behind a traveler's notebook is to insert saddle stitch booklets up to 3 or more at a time, and when they are full, take them out and archive them after you're done traveling. Then you can use the same cover and refill it with new saddle stitch booklets. You guys have been requesting a traveler's notebook tutorial ever since I started my channel, so I figured it's about time I finally made this video. For your reference, I included all the supplies I used in the video description below. If you already have books that you made or purchased and they don't match the size that I'm using, feel free to adjust the measurements of the cover so they match your booklet. To make my booklets, I'm using 12 sheets of 8.5 by 11 inch paper, saddle stitched together with thread. To learn how to saddle stitch, check out one of these tutorials here. One is using staples and the other is using thread. Either one will work for this, and I will include the links in the description below. I also included some lined paper in these notebooks. If you want to do the same, check out this video to learn some DIY methods for making your own lined paper. After binding the pages together, trim the edges so that the width of the book measures to 5 1/4 inch and the height should stay at 8.5 inches. This will give them a smooth edge and allow the cover to have enough width to hang over when it's full of booklets. Now that you have some booklets made, it's time to make the cover. For this, I'm using vinyl, but you can also use leather. Start with at least a 12-inch piece, it's fine if it's a bit larger. The back of vinyl is usually plain fabric, so I decided to make it more interesting and glue it to a piece of 12 by 12 inch scrapbook paper using Heat and Bond Ultra Hold. This is an iron-on adhesive, and I'll include a link to where you can find it below. For this particular cover, I chose to use iron-on adhesive instead of liquid glue because it prevents air bubbles and wrinkles from forming when you're opening and closing the cover. This step is optional. You could just leave the material as is, but I do think it makes the cover a little less floppy and more fun to look at. Use the paper as a template to cut out a piece of adhesive. Place the textured side down onto the back of the vinyl. With the iron set to medium, iron each area for about 8 seconds. Then peel the top layer off. Now iron the scrapbook paper on top of that, going over each area for about 8 seconds. Next, trim it to be 11 3/4 inch by 9.5 inches. I decided to add round corners by tracing a marker cap. Now measure out the binding holes. In the center, mark 1/2 inch from each end, then 1 inch, and mark the middle. To make the holes, you can use an awl or a Japanese screw punch, which you can learn more about here. Now let's add the cord. I'm using this elastic cord that is 2 millimeters thick and 1 yard in length. I'll include a link to where I purchased my elastic cord in the description below. Pull the cord through like this in the center, and make a loop that is about the width of your book. Thread both ends through the next hole on each side, and then through the remaining holes. Now place your booklet in the middle and tie a knot, keeping enough tension on the cord so the booklet stays in place. Cut the excess off and you now have a traveler's notebook. To add more booklets into it, use another piece of elastic cord that is about 19.5 inches long. Wrap it around the spine of the booklet and tie a knot. Then slip a booklet in on each side. And when you want to remove them, just slip off the cord and take them out. You can really customize this notebook to make it just the way you want to fit your travel needs. If you found this tutorial helpful, click that like button and let me know what you think in the comments below. If you make your own notebook, I'd love to see pics, so feel free to share those on any of my social links. For more tutorials, be sure to subscribe and check out my channel, Sea Lemon. Ready for another project? You might like to try one of these here. If you can't click on the annotations, check out the links and more information in the video description below.